Hello! It is so wonderful to be joining you today from Kenya and taking part in WCN's amazing Fall Expo. My name is Belinda Lowe Mackie. I am the co-founder and executive director of the Grevy Zebra Trust, a Kenyan conservation organisation focused on the protection and recovery of Grevy zebra in northern Kenya, where we are today. The Grevy zebra is one of Kenya's most iconic, beautiful and endangered species. The largest zebra in Africa, it inhabits the drylands of Kenya and Ethiopia. There are just over 3,000 Grevy zebra left in the wild today, and over 95% of those are found here in Kenya. The communities that live here in this landscape have coexisted with wildlife for centuries, and they keep livestock for their living. But with increasing land degradation that is made worse by climate change, the future of their livelihoods and the survival of Grevy zebra is severely threatened. Climate change has resulted in much more erratic and unpredictable rainfall patterns here in northern Kenya, and therefore it's absolutely critical that the people living here can catch as much rain as possible. When the soil is covered with plants, this becomes possible because the rainfall can soak into the ground and continue to regenerate the land. Only in this way can we build resilience for people's livelihoods and for the ecosystem that they and the wildlife depend on, which is so critical for climate change adaptation. To take you to the heart of this issue and to explain why this landscape has changed so much, I want to introduce you to a phenomenal woman and an incredible example of the resilience of the human spirit, Getty Lempate, also known by her community as Mama Grevy. She is one of 3 amazing grassland champions working with the Grevy Zebra Trust. I have known Ngeti since 2003, and it's such an honour to have her and her inspiration in my life.
Asirian Faki, Kajingarna Ngeti, Elambate, Namanya remote, Samburu County. Wajina Tibike, Larin, Kajo or Nomonagi Namate. Kore ko tukarangera yana ko pakatina. Na gora pana kop, ko beren tok din pog mesi. Ko bara ina ni pok mesi. Wage di berguru mi akumo. Ne di kankan, ne ti abagulo sowani, ne ti ngatunyo, ne ti marai. Kete bagata na ko ngoji ni jin kop. Karna ne budeg marai na. Ina ko bagay pedi. Na kore eti ko bore nanyo. Wujita na bakapa na bore. Ketil keg poko wanya mesi. Neti abagil keg wanya bakusom. Neti abagil keg lol keritin. Liki askere yotol keritil asambru. Na kwera paine katai. Niki wieni tongoju nobo. Kuwata. Kimbele Kenya pu. Para kape isinya mkujita tongoju nikiti ya kwe keti. Niku wato wena tai. Murtuta yang kujita na tim anakop. Nuku pare yo, ngojiti to nkule ngojitin. Nuku ngojitin, ne ide donga kojita. Niki date ini akop, nuku doka igota. Niki wieni to ngoju nobo. Ke watari, are yo, ngojiti wankang foke. Nuku papai konari neja. Kwara keta ataketa ala ni nuko ishake. Ni pele Kenya ito kage mata merokuru kubuti to danako. Agata, ikibiko leng. Tungu tamancho. Wale kibikito weleng tamancho ne wanja kusoma apenye napo wankiara. Ne wata nkiara kwari yo kujitu uso. Ne ngakini yo udisom. Kwari ni nesom na tunga yigitene yarandanes yarangine nenyankop nesife mada ndorotunkop. Ne yongop mada tase senongul poka penye dinu gura da ndugu na bulu tatatu. Meda gore to achanchan orogura da ngoji ne bo kunkare. Kora ko biasa no lakini ara fog na nap ni ara fog no ban. Na kun dada fu inko. Kore ta ko to duaje e tane je tu. E diri ko iti abagi tata ni atoki nkiarang me shoma riginye kulie mangaji. Nugo bagni ne kiarang. Nugo are kulie bratin. Narai no bunda baga nyara ngurut mu bona bo gne shoma taw jalal tongana ne shomu som. Neta ingura da nusi yondo grini giata. Angara gishida ya na kujita na mugure di kuna kulupo ne ke manyayo. E chabi na da meti. Dorota da ka na ko mu diate. Koreta tata tine karinyo kinanu shela. Me dili kita tandai ne gona di tata itu to ngule ngo shida ina tumo na mesi etugo to kuna kulupo.
Thank you, Mama Grevy. Hi everyone at the WCN Expo. My name is Sheila Funnell and I'm the Director of Impact and Operations. It is so wonderful to be connecting with you all here today. I'm here in Lysamis, the driest region that we work in, where the average rainfall is 400 millimeters per year and there are very few permanent water sources. The last really bad drought that we had was in 2017. And unfortunately, this year, we are in another terrible drought situation. Grevy zebra are amazingly resilient. They can go up to 5 days without water. The exception is a Grevy zebra mother who needs to drink water at least every 48 hours to be able to provide milk for her growing foal. However, in a drought year, the distance between water and where the Grevy zebra graze increases. And currently, some of the Grevy zebra herds here are traveling more than 15 miles one way to get water. You can imagine how much energy the frequency and distance of this journey takes for a Grevy zebra mother and her foal. In order to help Grevy zebra survive during these critical times, we work with the Kenya Wildlife Service and other partners to provide grass hay for the zebras. This helps to maintain their body condition so that they do not become susceptible to disease. I'm standing on a corridor that the Grevy zebra use to access water at Lysamis River, which is about 2 miles from here. We put hay out each evening on this corridor. Here's the team arriving now. When we put the hay out, we have to ensure it's in an open area with high visibility so that the zebras feel comfortable grazing on it. This is because they walk to water at night, which is when predators are out hunting. We also set up camera traps each evening to monitor hay uptake by the zebras and other wildlife. Here we can see 5 Grevy zebra came to feed very early in the morning. Supplementary feeding is done together with the villagers living next to these corridors. We employ a community monitor to maintain the hay at the feeding stations and set up the camera traps. This effort will continue until the next rains. And while it is extremely effective at maintaining the zebra's body condition and helping them survive severe drought, it is only a short-term solution. In the long term, we are working with the communities living on this land to help regenerate it. I will now hand over to Peter Lalampa, who will explain how.
Thank you so much, Sheila. My name is Peter Lalampa, Director of Programs for Grevy Zebra Trust. I'm talking to you, thank you so much for joining us. I'm talking to you from Westgate, one of our key partners on healing the land. As you've heard from Mama Grevy and Sheila, the challenge of land degradation is so immense. We are dedicated to this situation in order for us to achieve our mission of increasing the Grevy zebra in northern Kenya. It's very easy to blame everything on livestock. But the fact remains that land degradation is due to so many different factors, which include environmental, social, and political issues. The good thing is that it's very easy to reverse this through practical solutions. I myself is a Samburu, and I will want to ask you a question, the audience. The question I have for you is, what quality of life do you want to live? I'm very sure you'll want to have a better environment, you'll want to have peace, you'll want to have love, and a better environment for you to live. This is true for any environment where we live, including the pastoralists, including the people who live in urban areas. We all want a better quality of life. When we start working with community, we ask them, how do they want their lives to be? When they explore this, it reinforces the importance of having healthy land to support their quality of life far into the future. I believe this is the same all over the world. Whether you live in the bush like us, whether you live in the city, we all need a healthy ecosystem. It is from this foundation that the community decide how best they can manage their land and livestock to prevent further degradation. Thankfully, there are practical ways to heal the land. One of them is restoration. I will go back to Mama Grevy to explain to us what she has been able to do with our community in terms of land restoration.
Kaja shawaleng pita na ishona pasi na irodi na tatene alimunya na ramat nikiti data. Kajo kwere tata katingi de waleng na kwere mapundusoni na wata yo Grevy kambienche kawata yo nito dolu yo ntugitin spati na shamba bagsisi nilang tenkodolu. Kwere bikubaye ni mapunduso kwere mbiroto nikiti biyote ni mapunduso na tumu na nusesenelai ni mapunduso na peka tualta walai. Kwere peka tualta walai na jua mata na toki tana kuna ingar amma mata tana dala na toki kidimai satong kopai. Kwere dal na ifikiria na je kidimai ton na lo atua community. Kwere atua community na tu aitai mkutano ni. Na itai na mkutano ni tato community. Kwere na mkutano na itaiya na itai na ko kata salkasi o community nuki nyoto ta bua ya mbada nikipiki kujit tambato lokerin. Kwere wadi na mafunduso na ifunduso giyo nuku dungul jorai tolodua. Nuku dungul jorai tolodua nikipiki nkujita. Na bulu ni akujita na kusapu koleng. Kwere loitukochi na iwa attack loitukochi aku nyabata. Na dal na taltawla ya jo katingide angaraki kata algasi lai ntoki supat na tiwa ngana yo onya kata loitukochi aku anya tende. Niku dung ilchirai adung abaku ngoji na mara balchirai. Ngoji yake kutudungo yo kenake. Nikintai lokeren ini ngoji nikintibir nuntoka atur aitoka bikin troni ai biki ngare be medo ngare alo. Bara boki niare nikipik nkujita. Koi na nkujita nikitipika niko nya bulbul peno. Lakini itu na double sapuk. Na kore tangara kinchan itu na ya bulu. Kore tata kajiki atagel derro na ke tata lari amanu ajo kore ni to yongai ke baki no bulu dang kujita tini. Kore sida na bata altungana al ngatinyo ikumbunga poke. Amu kora bagi ninche kindi birta tonobo. Amu kore si ngatuny na iyo ntoki na nyaninye ntoki na nyang kujit. Nuku tuma papa ka kuna bo. Na kai tingi dini atoki woleng alta. Ami kirashi ntomono kuni na setal gasi lo kujit to so ni uni. Na kore kiasta kingi da woleng abagi na tomono kuni. Na kore kingi da ija ito kake iki ataka ito kinyo ilde rajo kora ito kake Iki bag no guduma to ngulo soni, I don't ngulo to manok. Na sta to ngulo gasi, nguduma bangata, ngubo denga jina bar.
Thank you, Mama Grevy, for such amazing stories about your community. It's very important to see how Mama Grevy has been resilient in her effort and how her leadership has led to great work within our community. More than 720 hectares of land has been prepared for restoration by the community in Westgate Community Conservancy. In addition to restoration, the second way to regenerate land is managing how the livestock move through this landscape. When the two are combined together, this landscape bursts with life. It's amazing to see how resilient nature is. We are working with people at the village level and the leadership of the Community Conservancy to ensure that the grazing and the land use plans are developed to protect the grass when it's growing. Currently, we are working with 20 villages in Westgate and Kalama Community Conservancies. We are excited to announce that we've just started working with the Meibai Community Conservancy, which hosts a critical breeding area for grave zebra. And we will be expanding to Laisamis, where Sheila was tuning in from. In order to implement this expansion effectively, we are also increasing our rangelands team and the expertise within it to be able to monitor our social and ecological impact. It's so exciting to be moving forward with our partners to make our shared dream of healthy rangeland a reality. Thank you for your support. And now back to Belinda.
Thank you, Peter. We are currently working to transition this foundational work into a scalable solution for northern Kenya. We have received incredible support from the communities that we work with, from local and international institutions, the county governments, and from private donors. To all of you, thank you so much for making this collective work possible. During this time of extreme hardship and the climate crisis that communities and wildlife are facing, it can be really hard to remain hopeful during these times. One of the core values of the Grevy Zebra Trust is passion. And with that passion comes an unwavering belief that we can create a better world. Like Jane says, it is the indomitable human spirit of people like Ngeti and her community, and the amazing resilience of this landscape and the wildlife that inhabit it, that gives us immense hope for the future of Grevy zebra and the communities that live alongside them. We also know that we are not alone. We are part of a global community that cares deeply about nature, and we are taking action to protect it. To all of you attending today, thank you for being with us on this journey. Together, we can and must make a difference. Thank you.